Music licensing.
All right.
Reimagined.
Hello, everyone, and should be live. I see we have a very good supporter here, Mr. Leonard. Thank you for shout out already. Very good. Now, when I was planning the stream, guys, I honestly didn't realize that in where I am in Orlando, it's 8 a.m. That's all right. I planned it according to European time. I forgot the time zone changed. So, well, as for you guys in Europe, I believe 1 p.m. is 8 a.m. by me. But that's okay. I didn't want to cancel the stream, especially since we have it on chess.com. So, how are you guys? How is everyone doing here? Oh, hello, sir. Hello, sir, my friend. How are you, Mr. Ravi? So, I'm International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar from Trinidad and Tobago here. Don't tell me the internet is giving me problems again. You know, in America here, and the internet is quite poor, among other things, in the country. Oh, don't tell me this internet is really... Alright guys, so let me know if everything's working fine. If we have a good internet, if you all can hear me well. I told you, Mr. Leonard, I'm visiting some family here. I have some family, they study in a university here. I didn't see them in more than 1 year. And you know, they don't want to come to Serbia. So I come here to the States. Oh, thank you very much, my friend, Mr. Cardi. Very good. Happy you did that. So how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Very good. Now the internet goes up and down, so I can't control that. I started reading one book quite yesterday. I started the Karpov book. Very interesting, actually. This Karpov Strategic Wins. I like the book very much. Not necessarily because of the author or his comments, but simply I like the book because it gives Karpov's games. It doesn't give any heavy engine variations or heavy lines. I just get to enjoy Karpov's games with some few comments and so on. So it's a very good book. I like what he did here. I like the style of the book, really going through Karpov's games in his career, strategic wins. So I recommend the book. I haven't read too far. Just went through some few games here. But it looks like quite a nice book on Karpov here. I seem to enjoy the book. I definitely will read that book fully and learn more from the great Anatoly Karpov. Yes, my friend Mr. Kadi, I will play some rapid. Don't worry, that's the usual thing. We always do that on the stream. We like to play some rapid games, explain our moves. Which book would I recommend for 2000 rapid rated guy? Huh. What about FIDE rating? Aha, Mr. Seaman. You're up early, brother. Man, come up 8 a.m. in the morning to watch the stream. Usually people from Europe watch the stream. So in Europe, it's like 1 p.m. And where I am and in Trinidad, it's quite early. It's 8 a.m. But who doesn't like to watch chess at 8 a.m. and there ain't nothing much to do at that time other than to play some chess, man. So some guy asked, what book would I recommend for 2000 rapid rated player? Hello, Mr. Philip. Greetings to Serbia, man. Greetings. Pozdrav. I'm in Orlando now. It's 8 a.m. here in the morning. I'm a little bit sleepy, to be honest with you guys, but that's all right. Mr. Philip, I got this new book here, my friend. I wanted to show you. I got this Karpov Strategic Wins. The Making of a Champion. This is a 2-series book. There's volume 1 and volume 2. And I go through like all the games of Anatoly Karpov. And he's honestly my favorite world chess champion. So I really like Anatoly Karpov there. So alright, thank you very much, Mr. Leonard. We should have you we should put you as like an admin here, man. As a moderator. We gotta do that, man. Alright, so books for 2000 rated players. There are many books I would recommend. There's this book, The Art of Combination by Maxime Bloch. It's a very nice book. I think it'll be good for your level. I spoke about that in my last video on YouTube. You could check out some of the books. I'd also recommend you studying some game collections. Yes, Yes, Mr. Philip, I'm doing another very difficult book. It's giving me a hard time, honestly, with this book. It's very high level. I'm working on this every day. This by Mr. Ramesh. This is the Improve Your Chess Calculation. There's some simple puzzles, but generally it's a quite difficult book. And these people from the Indian school of chess, they put a lot of emphasis on calculation and seeing very far ahead. So that book's quite good. It's a bit of a challenge. I think it's the right book to be doing. So alright, let me drink some water, guys, and then start up playing. Should be live on chess.com. Yes, that's true. He's a Pragnananda's coach, also many other people. The only thing I don't like too much about famous coaches is usually when they get famous, sometimes they don't care too much about their coaching because they're already famous, they already did what they have to do, they already became rich. So they sometimes they don't give their best effort when writing a book or something, because they know whatever book they write, people will buy it because of the name. So only that I'm worried about, but it seems the book is quite solid. Nothing to worry about here. So let's get started up already. Play this game here. Alright. Family Black E4. Let's play the signature Karukan defense. 92. That's quite a strange move. You don't normally see that. However, the idea is he wants to place the knight to g3, and after d5 he will play pawn to e5. Yeah, that's quite a strange move. I could play c5 here. Yeah, I could just play c5 here. I guess he's gonna play pawn to d. Oh, well, he gave me a knight. Quite strange. Very calm there. We won in 4 moves, man. Well, I wouldn't say I would recommend that opening for white. Well, a way to start off the stream. Let's continue. Nothing to review there. So let's see here. We have black again. Why don't we have white? Let's play again in favor of Karukan. D4, so the guy's playing some proper opening now. Let's see what he's going to do here. Knight D2. Alright, this is the classical main line usually. More people play E5 these days. Takes. Here there are like 3 moves. There's Knight D7 is quite solid. This is what Karpov actually used to play with the idea Knight F6. There's Bishop F5. And there's the modern line Knight F6. I like this. It's quite simple. You don't need to remember too much theory. And it's not easy to get into trouble. Usually knight on f3 is actually misplaced there for white, but you can see the pawn on f6 controls these squares on g5 and e5. So the knight usually is not too good here. They like to play bishop d3, pawn c3, and put the knight on e2 where it later goes to g3 or f4. This knight on f3 is honestly not too good here. Let's bishop e2. Usually black is rook e8, knight d7, knight f8. It's quite solid. Bringing the knight to the king side. Let's play knight d7. Yeah, this guy doesn't look like he knows the opening too well or anything. Yeah, knight could come g6. Taking bishop f5 looks quite solid here. Yeah, knight g6. Probably I'll play again. Against the Karukan, the most challenging line is, I would say, by far this e5, the advanced variation. So white takes more space. Quite a principled approach. It's honestly it's not easy to face that line at all with black. However, some people like those positions. I honestly like the Karukan very much. Every time I play it, I realize this real opening here. Put my rook on c8. Why? Sometimes I want to drop the bishop back to b8 and create like a little battery against his king. Maybe even queen d6. Look at h2. This could be interesting. And I want to put the rook to c8 first. Because I don't want to block the rook on e8. Yeah, sure, we could be 2600 on rapid. You know, a lot of people don't realize, but for me, I actually not too. Hello, my friend. Hello, how are you doing? I am International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar from Trinidad and Tobago here. Highest rated player from the Caribbean. I'm grinding out some blitz here. Some bishop e4. Knight f4s. Why not knight f4? I don't want him to play g3. If he plays like pawn to g3, then my knight is not doing good. So let's play knight f4. I don't want him to play g3 and stop my knight. Now the knight is a little bit menacing. So bishop f1. Yeah, I like to think of some queen. This rook e1. I'm not in any big rush to do something like that. Let's try this queen d6. Trying some ideas here. Even if nothing is working, I definitely is gonna scare him to play some g3 or something like that. Bishop g4 is some move to be considered next, or bishop to e4. Probably bishop g4. If bishop e4, he still can play this g3, and if bishop g4, g3, I'll play maybe knight h3 check. Okay, plays this g3. Yeah, I'm thinking knight h3 check could be quite good. Is there any other moves? I'm thinking there's some bishop g4 sacrifice work. I'm thinking bishop g4, gf4, queen f4, bishop g2, yes, to defend. Bishop takes f3, queen f3, queen h2, king f1. It looks like he'll escape there, to be honest. It's knight d3. Yeah, look at this knight h3 check. Hopefully he has to give up his light squared bishop. Oh, a little bit strange, no? Strange. Do I not have bishop g4? Yeah, my queen on d6 is no longer useful, so it's always good to be aware of that. What about some queen d7 now? Yeah, bishop e4, he takes king h3, so that's a problem. Bishop g4, he's gonna move his queen. Then maybe I play some knight g5. Hill doesn't look too terrible for him. He managed to defend against some threats. Does not look the worst. I'm thinking how to continue this initiative. Queen d7 is one idea. With the idea bishop e4. But then he'll get some bishop d3. Let's try this bishop g4. So we have some threats definitely. However, white is still quite solid here. Oh, yeah, I wanted to play rook takes e2 was my initial thought, but rook e2, queen e2. I have to watch my back rank.
Music licensing reimagined.
Do we have knight f4? Okay, let's try this pawn to h5. Making some space for the back rank with my king to escape if anything. Defending my bishop also, it's not a bad idea. So can I sacrifice with rook e2? Knight f4, g4, queen f4.
Music licensing reimagined.
He moves his king. This doesn't look too easy, honestly. Knight g5 is just gonna take. Surprisingly, this guy's defending quite well. He's playing quite quickly too, it's a little bit strange. If rook e2, he plays simply rook e2. Play queen d7. Start to go on the light squares. Also defend this way. Rook e2 now, is that threat? Rook e2, rook e2. Bishop f3, king f3. Not too sure. Knight g1. Yeah, I don't rook e2, he plays knight e2. Bishop e2, simply knight e2 on this. Yes, let's play knight g5, keep some more pieces.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, at least my knight, we have some squares now. f3 and h3, we have some good squares. Don't unnecessarily trade rooks. We need to play faster here. I can play a little bit faster, it's true. Bishop here is not the best also. Let's just improve a little bit my bishop.
Music licensing reimagined.
I can't take the rook e8. It's rook e8. Don't want to blunder that. How did we manage that? I need to wake up. I just blundered there. What's going on here? Let's try this b5. Get the d5 square. So we managed to blunder up one, unfortunately. Yes, you're right, due to g3, the dark square bishop lost the value. Yeah, we have to fight back here, definitely. I blundered up one, because if I took queen g4, you just played rook e8. We definitely wouldn't want to lose our queen like that. So we need to wake up here. Playing at 8 a.m. where I am. Never mind. To come out. Alright, so let's see what we're going to do here. But nevertheless, it's very important and rapid. It's not always about quality of the moves. But to actually just be able to play fast. Huh?
Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, king is quite safe now. That was a bad pawn that I blundered. Nevertheless, let's take this. Let's try this bishop d6. Knight c7, knight d5 is my idea. I'm quite surprised this guy is playing quite well. Strange, these days. These days on chess.com, everyone is playing too well. Takes.
Music licensing reimagined.
Is this some discovery or something? Can I play Queen C7? I'm gonna take this. Maybe he wants rook e6. Maybe he wants rook e6.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Queen back to d7 or We definitely need to pick up the pace here, guys. We're down 3 minutes. It's not good.
Artlist.io.
Spin is knight.
Music licensing reimagined.
94 incoming next. Knight g5. Not sure what knight g5 is. Blake's queen d5. Maybe actually just rook c8. Is that not winning something? If I play my rook to c8.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, rook c8 attacks his queen. And bishop on c3. We need to play fast here, guys. Don't want to flag or anything like that.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, let's try rook c8 anyways. I mean, putting some pressure. Knight g5, do we have here? Knight g5. Not sure. It's not too easy. We can't be playing so long, taking so long. Let's try this.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
That doesn't look like a bad move.
Music licensing reimagined.
King f7, I just want to quickly get my king in the game. Stop that pawn.
Artlist.io.
Let's get going with my pawn. Yeah, I want to just capture this pawn.
Music licensing reimagined.
F5 here. Alright, it's getting a little bit time. Yeah, my time is too low here, guys. We're probably gonna flag here. Let's see if I could win all the pawns here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Alright, this should be a draw then.
Artlist IO.
Phew. But that was a crazy game. That was a crazy game, guys. I don't know what went on there. But I would definitely want to analyze that game. Yeah, it was a draw. We were better at some point. We definitely defended well. He definitely defended well. I'm suspecting this guy played. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Let's see. So we took here, we had the classical Karuka and the tactical variation, which gives black a lot of activity here. We have the open E line, we have quick development, and this pawn structure generally makes our king quite safer. So rook e8, knight d7, knight f8, I'm transferring the knight to the king side here. Typical theoretical variation, and white has the pawn majority here. So that's the thing about double pawns. So white has like basically an extra pawn on the queen side. However, I have my big strong pawns on the king side. I'm like, okay, I have more pawns than you on the king side, so I'm gonna bombard you there. So usually black's plan in this Karukan Tartakov positions is actually based on some play on the king side, because black knows, okay, I have these double pawns here, they protect my king, give me extra protection, so that way when I advance on the king side, I know my king is safe. So bishop d2, I tried bishop f5 here. Could develop it to g4, but bishop f5 is quite solid. Knight g6, quite good. I played rook c8. The idea of this is, okay, white generally wants to play d5, he wants to get his pawns going, so I want to, brace for that. Alright, so what do I play versus d4? I play many things, my friend. I like to play like semi-Slav, Queen's Gambit declined, Nimzo. But for people who improve, I definitely recommend Nimzo in their defense. b4, bishop b8. So guys, I thought this position is good. My idea of bishop b8 is sometimes I want his queen d6, and I'm using the battery with the bishop here. So I thought I should have some play. He played a4 and I played knight f4. Because I didn't want to immediately play this queen d6, g3, and then my knight on g6 would feel a little bit stupid. Can't go to f4, can't go to h4. So I played this knight f4 and then queen d6, and I said, okay, my knight is here, is good. He played g3, and I thought something's off here for white. Knight h3 check, bishop g4. Bishop g4 wasn't the best. Apparently, queen e6 was quite strong. Defending the knight, and after d5, queen e4. It's not 100% easy, honestly. So you lend this pawn to go. This is not too simple actually. Queen e1 and wow, just this knight g5. Playing on the pin. So yeah, I had to find this maneuver with queen e6, queen e4. Not the easiest, to be honest, especially in a rapid. I played bishop g4, he played bishop e2. Guys, my brain malfunction. I simply had knight g5 actually. You can't take bishop e2. Hey, I didn't wake up yet, guys. I didn't wake up yet. Got to wake up. Knight G5, you probably have to play some Knight G1. Then we have takes. Simply Queen E6. Oof. So you missed that there, guys. You gotta wake up here. It's too early. You need some coffee or something. Yeah, I played H5, missing the thread. Queen E7 again. Queen E6 again. So this Queen E6 idea was coming up a lot. Okay, so at least we learned from that. And yeah, he defended well here. He defended well here with Knight G1. Then after Knight G5, he took Rook E2. Yeah, it's white's hand to defend there. I don't want to trade the rooks because I'm attacking. F3. And guys, I should of course take this and play Queen H3 here. I completely forgot he's threatening to take the pawn. I thought, okay, if he takes Queen here, but then Rook E8, I realized in the last moment. So I lost, I blundered the pawn here. But luckily, I played quite solidly here, even though being down a pawn. Bishop D6, the idea is Knight C7, Knight D5, some classy maneuver, and I took Queen A4, apparently Queen C8 was stronger. Queen D7, Queen C7, so black was better here for sure. Queen B7 pinning him. Knight C5 and Queen E4 was better. Yeah, I thought here I definitely had some. Yeah, I guess I simply should have gone for takes, and take the extra pawn, honestly. Yeah, this was just, I saw that, but I thought I had something else. Yeah, but apparently found this quite strong move, Queen C6. And yeah, this endgame. Yeah, it was quite complex. Generally quite a complex game. Generally, yeah, quite a crazy game. Alright. Yeah, man, I was solidly winning this. I was solidly winning this, my friend. So I have some questions here. Hello from Puerto Rico, my friend. Hola, mi amigo. Hola, mi amigo. ¿Cómo estás? So we have here some questions. So the Randall cycle from Miss High from Puerto Rico. So Mr. Leonard asked me, let's say I have a tournament in exactly 2 weeks and I have 2 hours per day to prepare. How would I spend those 2 hours preparing for my tournament? Now, generally, Mr. Leonard, the most important thing when you play a chess tournament is your brain needs to be sharp, your calculation needs to be good. Now, what do I mean by that? You want to make sure that you could you don't miss any tactics. You calculate everything very smoothly, very quickly. Because, I know that feeling that when you go to the chess tournament and, you didn't train chess for a long time, but you studied your opponents and you reach the tournament, but you find that your brain is missing these tactics. It's a little bit slow and you don't know what's going on. You get some brain fog. So I think one of the most important things, you spend those 2 hours, at least 1 hour every day, you should be working on your calculation. Oh, hello, my friend from Bulgaria. Very, very good, my friend. I'm from International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm the #1 rated player from the Caribbean. However, I live in Serbia. So we're not too far from Bulgaria. We share the same border, my friend. I don't stream on Twitch, my friend. I stream on just YouTube. Maybe I should stream on Twitch. I don't know. I'm not too sure. People are telling me yes. But guys, remember, I'm a professional chess coach and player, so generally every day I teach some students, I work on my own chess, I write some courses, so I don't have too much time to deal with all these technology and these online things. But maybe I should start streaming on Twitch. I don't know, guys, I'm open to it. It's not too bad. Alright, did I answer everyone's questions? I believe so. So yeah, Mr. Leonard, I would focus a lot on calculation, solving some practical puzzles and getting my brain sharp. And I would probably review some opponents too, but not too long, maybe 30 minutes, just the most critical variations. So let's continue here. Alright, guys, in America, I don't know why they have these small bottles of water. White, we got black again? Come on. This is the third game in a row. Favorite Caribbean. So he's playing his King's Indian attack against the Caracan, which generally is quite good for black here. G3. It's quite solid. Black plays knight f6. This leads to a more kind of fighting, close position. Play rook on e8. Defending my center. He plays this h3. I think I could take on e4 here just to clarify the structure here. But this bishop on g2 actually is not too good. Yeah, I'm thinking how to proceed with my pieces. Usually black puts the queen on c7. Nice little square to tuck away the queen. Pawn to a5. Gain some space. Yeah, I could play bishop c5. I'm thinking if to play a4, probably no need for that. Yes, I will have to play the French defense once. I'll have to play the French ones. French defense, quite good opening. He wants to bring his knight to f5. Quite clearly. Play bishop e6. Followed by knight d7. Yeah, that's my friend. In America, the small bottles are water and the big bottles Coca-Cola. It's like they want to kill everyone here. Not one of my favorite places to go, to be honest. The French defense players. I know how to play the French. I played it before. Oh, okay. He wants to play g5. My knight would actually be trapped. I'm thinking to play g6. The idea is just to cut his knight out from coming to f5, and if g5, I have knight h5 looking at the f4 square. Alright, so the guy's playing quite aggressively here. So I need to be careful here. Yeah, usually in these King's Indian attacks, they're playing like this. Huh?
Music licensing.
Yeah, bishop e3 is gonna play knight e3. That doesn't look too bad. I don't see what should be the problem with that, to be honest. However, if he plays like g5 and gets a knight to g4, my light squares could be bad. So let's play bishop e7, kind of giving a hint that we're gonna do something to his knight on h4. Maybe that's just a bit strange move. I guess you want some knight f5 idea. Yeah, we don't have any move other than knight h5, knight e4. He just plays queen e4.
Music licensing.
Yeah, maybe he wants knight f5. Looks quite strong actually. Can he play this knight f5? Does that work? It's a little bit unpleasant. If he plays this knight f5, it looks quite unpleasant. It's knight f5, because if I take with the pawn, he doesn't have to take my knight, he can actually recapture the pawn first. Yeah.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's take here. I don't like that knight. Can I play pawn e4? This looks like it could be interesting. Making some squares for my pieces. Opening it up a bit. However, the position still... Yeah, position still is a little bit shaky.
Music licensing reimagined.
That move surprised me. Do I not have bishop g5 here? Sometimes people play quite well, then they just play one weird looking move. Okay. Now generally I'm thinking to play bishop f4, maintaining the tension. I don't think there's any need for me to play bishop e3 and immediately get his knight out. Then again, bishop f4, maybe you play bishop d4. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Let's take here and we could even test him in the end. We place with the rook, okay?
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm thinking of test him in the end game. Queen f4. Yeah, let's definitely give him a test in the end game. Because, you know, generally when your king is under attack, it's always a good idea to... Oof. Don't tell me that was a blunder. Knight on d7. Oof. Yeah, we're losing a pawn there. So he take on g4, he takes. Good check. You'll see that every day. hg is going to play queen d7. So it looks like, unfortunately, we're going to lose our pawn here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Can't be missing those things. We can't be missing those things, guys. Losing a pawn. That's not too good. Huh. Let's get it knight f4. At least we get the square for my knight. Yeah, this will be a tough defense now. Blunder this pawn.
Artlist.io.
In rook g8, he'll play this rook e7.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's trade once and takes with the rook, of course. Let's try rook g8 nevertheless.
Artlist.io.
Guys, this went a little bit wrong here. Rook g4, he has knight e3. Rook g4, he has knight e3, defending and attacking at the same time.
Music licensing reimagined.
Rook g4, knight e3. Do we have anything there? Yeah, that one looks like I can't actually take the pawn.
Artlist.io.
Alright, it's not looking too good, but we continue, of course. Yeah, you could take any one of my pawns. We ain't getting the pawn back, guys. We ain't getting the pawn back. We're losing too many other pawns.
Music licensing reimagined.
Do I have some 92 and rook h8 ideas? This could be...
Artlist.io.
What's going on here? 92 and then rook h8. This looks like some counter play.
Music licensing reimagined.
Do I not have knight g4? Is this not mate, guys? This is not knight f2 and then rook h8. This is not mate. Knight f2 check. And rook h8 is going to be mate.
Artlist.io.
Okay, he's going to sacrifice his bishop. Guys, are we not back in the game here? Are we not winning? Knight g4. King h3.
Music licensing reimagined.
Take king g2. I think we have to take with the knight. Wow. Well, we're winning now. Let's play check here. Okay, fate. Alright, so we have a knight for a pawn now, so situation is looking much better. A little bit unbelievable, to be honest here. Knight d4 check. My king is getting very active. I don't like that too much. Don't tell me I'm going to blunder back something here.
Artlist.io.
I give him check. Yeah, I would like to take on
reimagined.
game check like this. We need to play a little bit faster. I like to play c5, but takes knight e4, king b5.
Artlist.io.
The knights are jumping. I don't know exactly where they're going.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's just bring the knights. I need to play a little bit faster here, otherwise he's gonna flag me.
Artlist.io.
He definitely wants to flag me, but tries rook e4.
Licensing reimagined.
Oh, I have to be careful. I don't want any Knight F4, unwanted guess. What's this now? Right.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
He's running out of my time.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, it is not. Terrible here, what's going on?
Artlist.io.
Yeah, time here definitely gonna go down. Swindle us here, man. Swindle us here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Oh. Terrible, guys. Tough. No increment, man. No increment. No increment. You need to play with some increment, guys. Yeah, you're right. Start playing with some increment. Yeah, at one point we were completely winning here.
Music licensing
G4.
reimagined.
Here was an interesting moment. Bishop e3 of knight e3. Here's knight c5. Here's very nice. Bishop c3. Interesting. I had bishop b4 also. Yeah, queen f4 was a blunder. I completely forgot for this in between move. I take his queen, he took the pawn. But here he blundered this, and then we were just completely winning here with my knights. Yeah, too bad we already had some low time here.
Music
This we should easily win this.
reimagined.
Yeah, unbelievable. We're up at literal just free knight. Play too slowly, man. We play too slowly. Just king f5. Literally just king f5 here. Terrible, guys. Knight takes b2 where? No, there was no mate with knight takes b2, but there was some definitely winning move. Clearly with knight takes b2.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, you could take here. But black is still winning. Yeah, this problem at the time was didn't spend my time too wisely there. Yeah, you definitely play faster. Yeah. Guys, we need to play faster, man. We need to play faster.
Artlist
Play faster here, guys. Should I play with some increment? There's no 10 plus 5, there's 15 plus 10. I guess we'll survive without the increment. We just need to play faster, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
I mean, I could play 15 plus 10. I don't know how the viewers, if the viewers would like to see that though. I'm not sure how much of the viewers would like to see that. Play C6. Yes, Karo Khan. How are we going to continue this? Let me play one of my favorite lines, knight F3. Takes. I don't think rook A1 was not checkmate. But I was completely winning, guys. Let's go. Swindled. Alright, guys. Next game I could start playing the 15 plus 10. That's probably a good idea. The only reason why I haven't played that is, first of all, it's a little bit strange. How does this guy know the main line? See, like this line, the best line is like A6 and knight C6 to stop bishop B5. It's quite strange. He knows it. Huh. This is a rare line from white. These days, everyone is playing good. I guess 10 plus 5. Yeah, you're right. Let's try. I will try 10. I'll try 10 plus 5. Castles. E6. So generally against the Karo Khan, well, we know, guys, I love the Karo Khan here. So playing against the Karo Khan is never easy for me. So E6 here. Now black is playing quite solidly here. I'm thinking that they have the C4 move to attack the center here. But if black just develops with bishop D6, 97 or knight F6, he's going to be completely fine. He brought all his pieces out in the game. Maybe let me take on C6 and then try to move pawn to C4 to get some pressure on the center here. Or, yeah, pawn C4. Bishop F4 looks also possible, but C4, I might have some queen A4 ideas.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's try this here. How do I make a poll, guys? I would love to make a poll. I actually don't know how to make a poll in chat. Some people say the Karo Khan, the French is the easiest Karo Khan. Usually it's actually the other way around. That's quite strange you say that. People usually think the Karo Khan is the easier French. It's a little bit strange you think that.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, strange position. I don't like this position. Something went wrong in the opening here. Guy knew his theory quite well. Nevertheless, let's play C5 and gain the space on the queen side. Here we definitely, it looks we cannot take bishop A6. He has at least bishop D3 and we don't want to walk into any pin like that. That would not be wise. The knight on C3, now it looks like a natural move, but if you look at the knight on C3, it doesn't really control anything here. So that's why I'll transfer the knight to F3. Now I need to see what to do with my bishop on C1.
Licensing reimagined.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I always have winning positions, but time is just a problem. I definitely need to play faster. This is quite strange. His bishop is quite good here. So I'm actually quite happy to do this operation here to ask for the exchange. Because this bishop is very good on c7. It's looking at my king, the dark squares. So I eliminate that bishop. And then my position should be quite nice. Again, we need to play faster here, guys. Next game, I think I'll definitely play with some increment. It's good. I have some good viewers here. They give me some good suggestions. But this pawn's a little bit weak. Again, probably not going to take it. Trade the queens. I don't think so. I don't see why. I have more space. He's suffering a bit here. Let's play rook e1. No need to rush to any decisions.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's play bishop f1. Slow and solid chess. Maybe I'll play knight e2, knight b3. But no, the knight's not doing too much there. He's attacking us, quite annoying. I shouldn't have allowed him to play this a5. Sadly, we have to play this move.
Music licensing reimagined.
Guys, it seems we're lagging a bit. Please bear with me, guys. You know, internet, we're in a temporary location. We're not at our home base. So the internet comes up and down. So bear with me, guys. Sorry if you're experiencing any lag. Let's play g3. Don't want this knight to come to f4, anything like that. Internet. Always something. Alright guys, I hope there's no lag now. I'm here now in Orlando. And guys, I thought in America they had the best internet in the world. But from coming here, apparently it's far from the truth. The internet is quite not good actually. Okay, he's putting some pressure on this pawn. Guess I have to play b3, which is not the happiest move to play.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's try this h4 again, h5 and knight e5. It looks maybe he didn't pay the internet bills, I don't know. Looks like it for sure. I mean, it's working very bad. I mean, thought the internet here is supposed to be the best in the world. This h5 pawn could become a little bit weak. Let's try queen e3. What if I bring my queen to g5? Harass him over here.
Music licensing reimagined.
This could become quite interesting. Yeah, this move also kind of prophylactic against e4. Oof, I forgot. Oh, I forgot for the d4 pawn. Completely forgot about that.
Artlist.io.
How do I get out of this now? Knight h2, rook d4 simply. Knight g4.
Music licensing reimagined.
If I play knight e5, knight e5 at least. Whew. Let's try to complicate it. This move here, rook d4, I'll play knight g4. If he plays rook g4, queen h5. If h g4, I'll play h5. Things are not going according to plan. Things are not going according to plan. If h6, he just plays f6. What's going on here, guys? What is going on here? We are blundering. Play h6. What on earth? Is not queen f6? Is this not going to be mate? Is this not going to be mate, guys? What's going on here? Attack on the rook. And we went. We gram there, we gram. We got him. We got him. Force mate, quite strange. You see what's strange? These guys are a little bit suspicious, because usually they play very good, and then one moment they make some quite stupid blunder. I don't know what they're doing. It's quite strange. Because I really feel like I'm playing sometimes some strong IM or some GM, and the guy is no title, and then all of a sudden they make some stupid moves. So yeah, guys, let's explain this game a bit, because you guys want instructive value. You know, people want to. That's the story of today. Give away a pawn and get a better position. So these days, people, they don't only want entertainment, which is good. I'm not here for that. I'm here to teach you guys something. So I'm International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar. I'm the #1 player from the Caribbean. I'm a premier player for there. If we have any new players, welcome to the stream. We already have our regulars tuning in today. And we want guys to, learn, to improve. Yeah, maybe you're right, Solomon. A lot of stronger kids, they play fast and some decent moves, and then all of a sudden they make some stupid mistakes. So let's analyze the game. So d5 here. So against the Karukan, I play the Karukan with black, so there are many options. Now, to be honest with you guys, the most difficult line is this e5 with white. However, this line is also quite difficult to play with white. So this line is difficult to play with both sides against the Karukan. So if you're someone you're just starting out, you're a club player, I wouldn't recommend you to play this with white. This is like a more advanced, subtle kind of line. There's of course the famous advanced variation. It's quite solid and safe. It's not that dry as people think here. White actually could get some play here. It's very simple. Also, if black wants to push, the tile variation is quite nice. So Mr. Brian Levy, probably Mr. Levy Rosman's brother, so likes to play the tile variation. Now I actually love this variation with black. It's, in my opinion, is quite a nice game because black gets a lot of play. There is crazy moves. Black could even try this h6. I don't know why that's the play. It's like g4, I believe, is the move. I think it's some bishop e4, f3, something like this they play. And after e6, there's some line like this. I remember this was played by R. Junior guy. See how it was Vincent Kema, one of these top 2700s. These positions are just crazy here, and in my style and preference, I don't like this kind of crazy play. I'm actually happy to see that black also. Black could play this h5, of course, and there's this takes. It is e6, but I suppose this queen f5, then e6, and black plays like knight h6, knight f5, bishop b7. Once black knows his theory, generally he's doing okay. But I know this line here. Yeah, so the two knights against the Karukan is quite solid. For some reason, it's going out of fashion, Leonard. Not many people play the two knights again. So like e4, c6, knight f3, d5, knight c3. A lot of people stop playing that. Why? Because black has several options here. He has d4, knight e4 and play this knight f6. The Tartakawa variation, and they learn that this is completely fine for black, because if you take here, the knight actually on f3 is kind of misplaced, because here with the pawn on f6 we take away the squares from the knight. This knight would like to be played like d4, c3 to defend the pawn, then bishop d3, then knight e2, where it can later go to g3, f5, or even f4. So the knight on f3 is not too well over here, this knight f3. However, this is quite solid here for white. The white usually plays this move queen e2. Why? There's the famous trap knight d7. There's the funny knight d6 checkmate. This would not be too smart. So a lot of people like this line. Here, however, black has many replies. To be honest with you, you can play even this knight a6 is a very funky, funny looking move. The idea is to just take with the g pawn. The white queen on e2 is a little bit strange. However, white could play this also, nothing's wrong with that, but black is getting some play. Maybe when you have to be careful of some knight before ideas. There's also, even after queen e2, black could take, there's the famous queen d5 line. You know, black wants to just trade the queens, go into equal endgame, that's that. Also, there's this bishop e6. So, it's a lot of lines, and black could also play bishop g4 here. And in all of those lines, black is seemingly fine. I like this bishop g4, it's quite simple here. We play on the famous Capablanca rule, where if we have one bishop, we put the pawns on the other color. So we give up our light squared bishop, we put our pawns on the light squares to maximize the scope of the dark squared bishop. So I like that idea. We have Mr. Philip here said he plays. Oh, my friend, you asked me a good question. Against his Sicilian defense, I actually have a full published course on Chessable with a full repertoire against Sicilian defense. So I have a very good course on Chessable, the slow and steady against Sicilian defense, where I recommend a repertoire that Sicilian players hate. Believe me. So against Sicilian, I love the move knight to c3, the close variation. And not with the traditional idea of f4 or g3, with the very modern twist. I recommend knight c6, bishop to b5. And the main line here, black, if he plays g6, if he plays anything else, we just take on c6 with double the pawns. Black ain't doing too well. So he plays knight d4. And in my course on Chessable against Sicilian, I recommend the novel move. Now, I don't recommend anything that I don't play. So any course of mine, I play those lines against IMs, against GMs, taking many wins. And I put in the course my great model games where I use my own lines. Tournament play. I have a brilliant, very rare move in only 2% games, pawn to a4 here. Brilliant move, believe me. I play this in tournaments against IMs, GMs. I remember I played some 2500 GM. The aim ended up in a draw. Sure, I won, but I remember I had like a 40-minute advantage on the clock, even with a better position. So this line gets him off guard. The main point is, first of all, he can't take our bishop. Because look, if he takes, our rook is in the game, our pawn is in the game, our knight is in the game, and black didn't develop anything here. I remember winning a very fun blitz game against a FIDE master. I played this line, he played g6, I played d4, he played queen c7, because he didn't want to allow the cd4, queen d4, and now his rook in the corner. There's no good way. Because usually black would have some knight c6 here, but he doesn't have that, so he has to play some stupid f6. With knight f6, we just play e5. So black played queen c7, and then knight d5, queen d8, and b6 came here, and black is already losing a rook. He can't take, and knight c7 is coming here. So I remember I won a blitz game like this. It's quite funny. So yeah, I recommend I have a full course against the Sicilian defense on Chessable. It's myself and a good friend of mine, FIDE master Vuk Chigarat. We partnered together, and that FIDE master, a friend of mine, Vuk, he's an English professor. He specializes in explaining hard concepts very simply with all his best vocabulary and everything. So he helped me write 80,000 words, helped me with the lines. That course was one of my best works, because I sat down together with another master and we really put our best effort here. Not only to make good lines, but also good text. So you don't have to be wondering what's your plan. Everything's explained there. So I recommend knight c3 against knight c6, bishop b5, knight d4, and the very novel move a4. Brilliant move. You'll get to love it. Our plan is very simple. We're going to play d3, knight f3, and castle. Some lines knight e2, but that's explained when. But very simple plans, easy to remember. Meanwhile, the opponent will be confused. If pawn to d6 here, I recommend the move again, bishop to b5 check. Brilliant move here. And after knight d7, to give you a little taste, we play here bishop to e2. Funny looking move, but his knight on d7 is misplaced because guys, he's blocking his bishop. The knight would love to be on c6 looking at the d4 square. However, it's misplaced on d7, so why not just come back, because we don't want to take that knight. And if we play c6, we play a4. Otherwise, we play f4, knight f3, improve Grand Prix attack. And if you play bishop d7, you'll see we take. We have some very fun lines with d4. I got covered them in the course. And if you play e6, we have this funny move d4 here. All reanalyze. g6, we play d4 too. So if you want a weapon against Sicilian defense, be sure to check out my course on Chessable there, where we have a brilliant full repertoire against Sicilian defense. What I play, my repertoire I've been playing for the last 5 years. So I hope that answers your question, my friend. So my friends, so we have Brian Levy puts a game between Tatakawa, Reti Tatakawa here. I'm following the game. e4, c6, d4, d5 takes 6. Ah, yes, I know that famous game. Very funny, the queen d8, queen d8 checkmate. So good morning, Alan. What do you mean, my friend? What do you mean, how many jobs do I have? What do you mean by that question? I don't understand it too clearly. What do you mean, how many jobs do I have? Can you please elaborate on your questions?
Music licensing.
Does anyone have any questions? Now, guys, remember, be sure to like the stream, to comment. We're growing here. We had a very popular last video on YouTube. It blew up. We got more than almost 12,000 views on our last YouTube video. So we're really happy here to be moving forward, guys. We want to grow the YouTube channel. At the end of the day, chess is my full-time profession here. So, I'm not giving you any half effort. I'm giving you full effort. I'm a professional chess coach, player, course creator. Mr. Leonard, my course was made to be easy. Why? Because I know against the Sicilian defense, people want the Sicilian is too much theory. There's like endless lines of theory. So my course is it's specifically made to be quite easy. So believe me, I myself know what it is to memorize countless lines, to have hard lines to remember. But Leonard, believe me, my course is made to be easy to remember, very practical, and meanwhile it's rare, confusing the opponent, taking him into our territory. So you'll love my repertoire, believe me. And then again, if you want to if you take the course and realize it's not from you, remember you have always risk-free Chessable has a refund policy. But I believe you'll love the course. It's very easy to implement over the board big games. It's my repertoire. I played it and developed it and perfected it the last 5 years. I don't really want to play Blitz on the stream. It's not too instructive, my friend. Hello, my friend. Where are you all joining in from? If you have any new viewers here, welcome to the stream. I'm International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar from Trinidad and Tobago here. #1 player from the Caribbean. We have very instructive streams. We like to bring you guys to the next level, to really help you guys improve, help you guys get to the place you want to go. If you guys have any questions about any study plan, about any book recommendations, about anything like that, let me know. So we have Mr. Brian Levy. He has a question. You are doing well, 15 plus 10. But once you switch to faster, you're not doing so well. I understand that too, my friend. I also have I think some people have the same problem. But generally for me, I don't play too much Blitz outside when I'm not streaming. So I really appreciate when my studying approach to chess. I like to read my books, solve some puzzles, and I work on some very hard calculation. If anybody's joining in, I can show you what books I'm working on. We don't hide it. So I'm trying to go to the Grandmaster title. As we said, I was almost there, guys. I had a peaky look, more than 2470. I have all my GM norms. So here, this book I'm working on now, Improve Your Chess Calculation. Quite difficult book. So I'm working on this to improve. And this book I got here, the book, I won't say the book is brilliant. I don't know. But the contents of the book is brilliant. Karpov's games, wow. Strategic Wins by Karpov. Really love this book here. Karpov on the legendary version. The book just looks fresh. Yeah, I just needed 2500 elo. But I lost a lot of rating in the last years, my friend. It was a little bit tough years. I had some adjustments in my life. I had to I wasn't, before when I was younger, I could train 8 hours a day. But when you get older, you have to start working. So I wasn't able to train too much. I had to, take on more students to write some more books. And I wasn't able to train too much, and my rating suffered as an effect. And it was very stressful. It was, going tournament to tournament. It was a lot of expenses, and there was a lot of pressure, and I collapsed under that, and my rating really took a big hit. But now, with the correct support, correct mindset, correct training, we're ready. Because I truly believe I have all the GM knowledge. So I'm ready to go out there and get a GM title without any problems. I know you're a fan of Magnus, but you see, my friend, the thing about studying the classical World Chess Champions, you need to start at the beginning. And Magnus actually learns from Karpov. He's actually like a modern Karpov. So I would actually start with Karpov and then go to Magnus. But that's my plan. When I study the games of Karpov, I want to study it again, and then I'll go to Magnus, because that's like chess evolution. You have like Karpov. In fact, the first ever like Tigran Petrosian, he was the original prophylactic guy. He would like sub the opponent's plans, defend well, and then Karpov grew on his style, and then Magnus. So it's like Petrosian. In fact, I would say like probably Capablanca, Petrosian, Karpov, Magnus. So Mr. Brian Levy, you like to collect good chess books. Mr. Solomon, he does a correct, astute observation, but I'm talking about, but you see, my friend, Petrosian, Capablanca, and Karpov and Magnus are quite similar here. Karpov, I definitely would study Karpov. Why? Because of the aspect of prophylaxis. Now, prophylaxis is one of the aspects that separates club players from master players. They can think about the opponent too. So I definitely look at that. So, Mr. Brian Levy, you like to collect good chess books, and even more so good chess puzzles. You love endgame studies. So if you love endgame studies, that already tells me you must be like a higher rated player. Because endgame studies, they are not too easy. They're not for beginners. So on this channel, on my YouTube channel, you definitely get a lot of good book recommendations. Because I'm someone who, growing up without too many coaches, I relied on a lot of books. I went through a lot of bad books. I know what's all the good books. And I know what's the good books for different levels. Yeah, I'm talking about solid defensive. Like Kasparov, is definitely, his games are crazy. Sometimes they don't even know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we need to do, guys. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. But we definitely need to study the games of the earlier players. That's right. So for guys looking to improve, the different players you should study. If you want to attack, you need to improve your attacking play. You want to, get out there, you want to destroy the opponent, to crush them. You need to study like Mikhail Tal. But before Tal, Paul Morphy. So very good by Mr. Solomon. Thank you for pointing that out. Paul Morphy was never officially recognized as a world chess champion. However, he used to travel around Europe just beating everyone here. And yes, that's right, Mr. Brian Levy. Because the problem these days with too much engines and computer, I like a chess book that I can study someone's games, and they don't kill it with all these computer lines. I like simple, I look at the game. If there's some big blunder, okay, they point it out, and I try to imagine like I'm in the game thinking what to do for the opponent. So that's why I really like this Karpov book. I got it here. I'm enjoying it. There's not too much like deep commentary, but I like to learn from Karpov's ideas. I'll see how he was playing, try to get the feel for Karpov. That's correct, Mr. Brian. So guys, you should study if you want to improve the attacking play, like Morphy. But Rubinstein was a more positional player, because like this famous Boris Gelfand based his play on Akiba Rubinstein. But Tal, Alekhine, there's this guy Neshnadinov, he was on world champion, he was a crazy attacker. There's this guy Ratmir Kolmov, he's another famous attacking player. Yeah, Marshall with his 8-year preparation. Yeah, generally I like also with me I like more solid play. So I find myself leaning more towards Karpov. I when I was a kid I liked this style, and there was this guy Alexander Morozovich, was very good too. But now I like more solid play, so I'll study the games of Karpov. So, Mr. Brian Levy, I'm glad you found the channel here. It seems you came in the right place. Because on this channel, we're all about improvement. I always give some book recommendations, study recommendations. We were talking about how visualization is important. And I actually recommended some specific books to improve players' visualization skills. That's very important. Shirab, very fun. Now, if you see Shirab, this very big guy. He's very fun, aggressive. He comes to the board. Crazy guy. And got a very amazing player, of course, Topalov also. It's good. No, I'm just on YouTube, my friend. Let's continue playing here. More time control. Player 10+5. I'm just on YouTube, but you could check out my channel on YouTube, my friend. We have my last video did very well. I talked about how in less than 5 years I became an international master. I talked about the main books I read and what I did to get there. Because I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, that's an island where not many people play chess. We have no IM, no GMs. There's no chess culture. And I became an IM in an environment like that in less than 5 years. And that wasn't easy at all. But I was in school as well, so I didn't have the whole day. So I found, now I'm going to play with increment. Now I'm switching for 10+5. But yeah, I found the books that worked for me, that got me to the right level. So I think that I did a video on that. And on our channel, we focus on instructive chess content, getting people to the next level. Let's check if we're on chess.com TV. So we're searching for a challenge here. I'm searching for 10+5. I'm not sure if we'll find that here. But we'll see. We'll see.
Music licensing reimagined.
Mr. Philip, do you want to send me a challenge on chess.com, Mr. Philip, if you are here? If you are here, Mr. Philip, do you want to send me a challenge? We have a strong viewer here. Maybe if we can't find a challenge, do you want to send me a challenge, Mr. Philip? Are you working? Are we on chess.com TV? Andy Woodward. Now I don't know there are too many talents in the world here, honestly, and there are too many there are actually too many guys who could become the world champion and so on. I don't know. I don't know, maybe. Maybe he'll become. Yeah, remember that Andy Woodward? I don't know him too well. I didn't check his games or anything. There's a lot of these wrong young players from the United States. I know there was a very good story of this guy. His name was Hardaway Brewington. He actually became. He's a very good story, and he be big talent. I liked following his story there. I was kind of inspired when I saw that. I hoping from big things from him. Okay, very good. Guys, we see we cannot find a challenge without increment. We can't find a challenge here. Nobody wants to play with increment. So this might be sad. Maybe we need to go back. We need to go back without increment. Dang, I tried, guys. I tried. Nobody wants to play 10+5. People, you see, that's the problem with people these days and in general society. We have too many distractions. Yeah, of course, my friend. Of course, I know for this Kestiban, he's a famous musician of ours. Yeah, I can't believe it. People we have telephones, too many distractions in the world. Yeah, people want to be on quick phone, on this quick dopamine. But chess is a game that you need to zone out from all distraction. Now, guys, 3 minutes, honestly, not too healthy for me. I don't like to watch a computer screen. I like my peace. I like my chessboard, my books, whole day spend, thinking like this. So people here, the brain is programmed. So that's why, you remember, back in the good old days, the time controls were longer. People would play chess for 6 hours in a row. They just sit down for 6 hours, and it would be good for them. Yeah. I guess Andy Woodward is a good. I don't know much about him, but I saw he's doing very well, so I guess he's a big talent, of course, so there are too many talents these days. I remember this guy, Christopher Yu. Boom! Hit someone there when he lost his game. This Christopher Yu. I don't know what's up with him now. Remember that's some crazy story. And he lost the game and then he punched someone. Then he got banned or something. So alright, Mr. Brian Levy said, yes, in Trinidad we have very good food, man. You need to come across, you have good roti and things like that. Let me read what you said. I want to read the chat here. So you love endgame study. You're 2070 and you can't find... Huh. Yeah, there was a new incident. Really, Mr. Leonard? What happened? I didn't hear about that. You gotta tell me about that. Chess world, a lot of crazy guys out there. You will be surprised. You will only scratch the surface. I didn't know about that. Yeah. Oh, if he solved a study like that in 2 minutes, the guy must be a genius then. But you have to remember, Brian Levy. Some players have very good skills. Some very good skills of like calculation, visualization, but chess has two components. It has like those visualization, calculation, and understanding. So what a lot of the young players lack is like the understanding of the game and the slow play and planning. However, if Andy could sort that out, then he could of course become a world champion and more. So a lot of young players, they calculate all these variations, blitz, bullet speed. However, they don't always see the they don't always understand the positions and play the slow play like Karpov. Karpov was a genius, but he was more... So we have to go back to the without increment, guys. Let's play d4 with our friend Mr. Cardi. He wanted us to play d4. Mr. Brian, you're not a youngster, so you're a seasoned veteran, as we would call it. So that means you played chess for a lot of years, so you should be able to take on those youngsters, my friend. The experience. That's the show. Let's play knight f3, e6. Let's play pawn to c4, challenges center, of course, queen's gambit. Oh, Dutch defense. Interesting. Yeah, usually we get the bishop out with bishop f4 quite early.
Music licensing reimagined.
You see, Mr. Leonard, I honestly... Now... Some people, this is the Dutch defense this guy is playing. Knight c3. Now, I actually avoid my computer and phone as much as I could when it comes to training. I just find it's not too healthy. It's not good for the focus. So personally, I do on the computer, I do openings. So that's, you can't avoid that on your computer. You have to do openings. Kinda just play c5. Yeah, on my computer I do openings, and from time to time I might do some tactics course. If there's some really good course, I would watch the video there, but the more as like, as part of the training program, not as just that. Before. Yeah, so guys, I try to involve as much. I love when I have the books and the puzzles. I personally, is my opinion, it's not something fixed. But I just don't like using the computer too much. Let's play queen c2. Queen c2, no, that wasn't too good. He could have played a5. Castle here. Wants to play e5. Let's play as knight e2. Yeah, I as I said, Mr. Leonard, he made a good point. I just select some good books. I have like I do work with some courses on Chessable. I had some courses that I really liked. Well, one of my favorite courses on Chessable got removed, but I still have it. So I do. Let's play queen b2. For my knight on e5. So yeah, I like to work with books. and sit down by the board. I honestly think that's the classical and best. Yeah, I do use it. I do use that. I have all my files and everything in there. I think that's quite common between chess professionals.
Music licensing
Huh, strange.
reimagined.
That's strange. Let's just play 95. Perhaps I should have taken. That's a brilliant course, Mr. Leonard. That's in fact one of my favorite courses on Chessable, the slow and steady. Brilliant course against the Sicilian defense. Now, guys, I honestly take pride when I make a Chessable course. I like to say there's no course better than that. And I believe most of the time it is the truth. He wants to play f3. Wait. Guys, is this knight not trapped? If I play pawn to f3, where's this knight gonna go? The problem is if I take here and he recaptures his knight as the escape square. But guys, tell me, where is his knight going to go? f3. Where is this knight going? You ain't going nowhere, buddy. Dutch defense. Give him a little smackdown. Get him here. See you in a second, guys. Alright, so
Artlist.io.
alright. We got him here. So guys, a lot of people tell me to chill down, don't do things like that. So when I win a game.
Music licensing.
Not like a friend, Mr. Christopher. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Now, kind of simply play queen to d4. And I'm just going to capture back this pawn. He has the bad bishop. We have an extra piece. This guy should just resign. Save us the trouble. You'd be surprised about the Dutch, Mr. Brian Levy. I actually read an old article by Dvoretsky in one of his books. And the Dutch actually is not too bad. However, it's not easy to play, but if you know to play it quite well, it could be very effective. I just win this pawn somehow.
Music licensing reimagined.
Maybe let me just play pawn to f4. Yeah, makes some sense. Take with the rook. Should we keep queens on the board or just go into the end game?
Artlist.io.
It doesn't matter too much. Hey, go in the end game. Stop a piece. Alright. We got him here. What a good game. So a friend of mine wanted to send me a challenge here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's check out this game. There's an incident. Assaulted some broadcast member. Yeah, let's not go into that. Let's not go into the things that are taking a wrong turn here, Mr. Leonard. Things that are taking a wrong turn here. Yeah, let's not go into that. I think someone sent me a challenge. Mr. Philip, if you want to send me a challenge again, I disappeared.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got too many friend requests these days. Yeah, this Ginger GM, Simon Williams, he plays this Dutch. He plays the Dutch, and he plays it quite well. 1 second, guys. Wait, see, man. Someone should send me a challenge now. I'm waiting on it. But yeah, Grandmaster, this Simon Williams is a very interesting character.
Reimagined.
I saw some funny thing about something. The guy is involved in a lot of things. It's a very interesting character. I personally, I remember when I was growing up, he had like a lot of courses out there in the Dragon and everything. But quickly, I didn't like his courses too much. They were not too deep, not too good, in my opinion, for my level. I didn't like it for some people in my work, but I personally didn't like them. So I never really, I got some of his courses and didn't get any more. Can I share what an effective way is first normal to review an online game?
Music licensing
When you review a game online, you definitely want to check out several points when you're reviewing a game. You want to check out like what you were thinking. If you missed out, first of all, you want to see if you miscalculated anything, if you misevaluated any move. So you look at the game review or the normal engine, and first you go through the game without looking at the engine if you can. That would be yeah, I guess he's a very good teacher for intermediate players, perhaps. I guess so. So 1 second. So as I said, guys, a lot of times you need to see what you miscalculate. So first you go over the game with the engine, say, where do I think I made the blunders here? So you on your own try to identify where you think you made the blunders, what you miscalculated, what was your plan, and then after you turn on the engine, and the engine will surprise you almost all the time what you missed, what you misevaluated, and then you start to piece things together in your head. Alright, Alright, guys, I want to send I'm gonna play one of my friends here on stream. Just get his username here. Players.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, guys, it would be very good if we could get to 20 likes. That would be amazing, guys. Truly appreciate it. We really put out our best effort here. We wanna get you guys to the next level here. And I'm also on my road to Grandmaster here, guys. We wanna to really go out there and get to the next level. So alright. We're playing a friend of mine. He's not a master player, but this will be an instructive game. I believe he's not 1200, guys. He's around 1600. So let's see how we'll play against this club players. He plays e4. Let's try the French defense, guys. You all have been asking me to play the French. Let's pull out the French defense. I have to give a big shout out to Chess with Leonard and Mr. Solomon here. We have Mr. Ricky Chess. We have some new viewers here. Let me see who. We have Mr. Brian Levy. Shout out to you who came in here. You could find a lot of interesting content here, guys. And Mr. Bray, I don't know if I pronounced your name correct. Yeah, this Panav works against the Karukan, but against the French, usually it's not too dangerous. This black completes his development quite quickly. Ooh, the candidates, that's very interesting. I like Fabiano Caruana very much as a guy and as a player. I watch the C Squared podcast. It's quite interesting, honestly. It's quite interesting. I think Fabi he's a machine, man. I'll be rooting for him. I think he kind of deserves to win his world championship, to be honest. I mean, Fabi's been in a long time in the contention. He's been around a quite long time. I think he honestly deserves to win it. I think he really puts a lot of effort into chess. Guy's like really a machine. He's a monster of a player. I think really I think he has huge chances. I think he should win it. But you have to remember, guys, in the candidates, a lot of people will be stressed. It's going to be a high pressure atmosphere, especially in Cyprus now. In fact, there was some drama. This Indian woman grandmaster, who's also a grandmaster, she said that she may withdraw because of this some war tensions and so on. Yeah, I mean, these guys Prague and these guys they have a long time in chess. Fabi he's one. I would say he doesn't have. He's hardworking, humble, speaks out when need. Now I don't know the guy personally, but this I can just say what I see. I really want to see that guy. Now to be honest, guys, I'm not someone that if the guy that I wasn't rooting for wins the candidates, I don't watch it. I don't watch the World Championship too much. I always follow it. But if Fabiano wins the candidates, I'm going to be following that World Championship very closely. Yeah, I really think we gotta root for him, man. Maybe we'll have some streams following the candidates. That could be a good idea. I want Fabi to win, guys. I mean, I would have Fabi be second. He should be second. I mean, it will be good. Of course, everyone wants a Magnus comeback, but we don't know if that's gonna happen. Let's play Bishop G4 here. I think Fabi is one of my favorite chess players out there. That would be a good match. Yeah, that would be a good match. Maybe if Fabi wins Magnus, we'll get his ambitions to come back. He'll say, nah, I can't let Fabi there. Can we not take here? Because if he takes with the queen, we have this knight c2. So he has to take with the pawn. It's not too ideal. I completely forgot, guys. B7 is hanging. But still, knight c2, queen b7. I just move my knight. Knight d7. That's okay. That's okay. Queen b7. Let's move my knight. His rook still trapped.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, Giri is always a dangerous force. I mean, guys, don't underestimate Giri. Giri is very dangerous. Yeah, I guess so. I wanted to trap the rook on a1, win the exchange. So, guys, we want to keep on going there, guys. We want to make it to 14,000 subscribers. Guys, I don't know if you're new here. I'm International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar. I'm the #1 player from Trinidad and Tobago, the #1 player from the entire Caribbean. We don't play too much chess in that region, but I'm trying to change that. Got the first Grandmaster from there. And then this YouTube channel, we really want to get there. Now, if any of the biggest, I would say achievements, I became an IM in less than 5 years, coming from a country with a small island and no resources, no chess coaches, no tournaments even. Just with books and some guidance a couple times with some coaches, but we're now ready to make the next step. Definitely at that level, preparation plays a much more important role. At lower levels and basic IM and GM levels, it doesn't pay too much. Oh, my friend, but this is a rook, my friend. So yeah, definitely preparation could. Ooh, I think he did not miss the queen here. Yeah, my friend doesn't play online too much. This queen was hanging. Nah, man, I wasn't too. Yeah, I guess some guys they get nervous when they play online. Happens sometimes. So yeah, Giri, I think he has a quite good chance for the candidates. I mean, I honestly, I mean, Hikaru has good chances, but he's not someone I'd be rooting for. I'm honestly not really rooting for him too much. I mean, he has chances, but as his chess style and personality as well is not my favorite. I like rooting more for Fabi. Hikaru, definitely, we can't count him out. He definitely has some good chances. Well, let's play one more game for the stream.
Artlist.io.
Nothing's wrong with his style. It's just I like players who. Let's play French. I like players who have like what's his style actually is. He actually does play positional chess quite well. He used to be very aggressive and dynamic, but I think that changed quite a bit. I don't know when it's the next stream, my friend. I'm traveling again soon. Yeah, Karu did change his style. I noticed that. I don't know, as I said, he's not I like to root guys that they kind of like the character and the personality stands out to me, and I support that and resonate with that. But Hikaru doesn't do that for me. I think, as I said, Fabiano by far, I really resonate with him. He generally comes off as a nice, humble person. I would have really liked to see Wesley So there, because if Wesley So was there, I would have fully rooted for him. Because Wesley So is one of the truly a very humble guy from what I've seen, and nice guy as well. Oof, what's up with our internet?
Artlist.io.
Yeah, we're getting some lag here. Hopefully this will be
Music licensing.
hopefully this will be fixed. The C5 here. Yeah, I think no matter who is there, Fabiano would be the favorite. I mean, this Jan Nepomniachtchi used to be a beast. He used to come in there and blitz out the moves, play quite fast, crush everyone. I think he kind of lost his edge a bit, and it would have been interesting to see him there again, but when you already played too many times, you want his candidates. Oh, hello, my friend. Welcome to you. Welcome. Yeah, I was planning today, we might have a YouTube video published today or tomorrow. The editors still are working on it. Unfortunately, the computer and these editing programs are giving some trouble. So I'm hoping it will be today. If not tomorrow, we have a very nice YouTube video coming out detailing my plan, my exact study plan and plan to get to this GM title. So that's going to be a very interesting video where I go in depth, exactly how I'm doing my daily routine, how exactly I'm training. So definitely could be quite interesting for a lot of you guys. Play Bishop E7 and Casa. Take with the knight. I'm thinking to play Bishop on B7.
Music licensing reimagined.
But then again, you might have some F4, F5. Could be. This could be a little bit dangerous. I need to be careful here. Maybe the bishop should have stayed along that diagonal. That was also possible, my friend. That was another option. I just wanted to cut out any bishop g5 options to not allow him to trade dark squared bishops.
Music licensing reimagined.
Need a castle next for sure. Yeah, that's very funny. Jan, he plays pawn moves quickly. Quite. I mean, he plays very quickly. Ooh. Here, guys, I messed this opening up a bit. I can't castle this bishop h6.
Music licensing reimagined.
Guys, I'm feeling ambitious here. Let's play king d7. Let's play king d7. Feeling quite inspired here. Yeah, Magnus is eons away from everyone else. I think everyone is eons away. He's clearly the world's best player now. It's funny now to see if he's gonna take on g7, but then I'll have some lines towards his king at least.
Music licensing reimagined.
Castles, there was bishop h6.
Artlist.io.
Pre-moving is risky. Yeah, Jan definitely was under. Jan definitely was under some pressure. Jan was definitely under some pressure.
Music licensing.
Yeah, so he didn't do too well in the FIDE World Cup. But guys, you have to remember, chesses are very. Oh, is my knight getting trapped like how I trapped the other guy's knight in the Dutch? Yeah, that was very sad, honestly. Looked like Nepo was dominating, and then, yeah, guys, that was a tough one to watch.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, I heard that too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, guys, I honestly don't know. A lot of people like to talk, say this about this player, but you never know how people are. Even the guy who seems very nice and humble, who knows how that guy is, behind the camera or things like that. We don't know that. We really don't know that. I try to, in my stream here, I try to be very natural. Just as I am. If you meet me, you'll see the same guy. So okay, let's see if he wants to take on g7, then I'll play this queen g8.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, b5, I'm trying to just take this. I have to be careful of my king. Alright, 1 like to go to 20 likes. Let's go, guys. International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar here from Trinidad. and Tobago here, guys, bringing you real chess wisdom and understanding. I don't like what my king is doing here, guys. Yeah, sometimes feel a little bit too ambitious. Be gone, queen.
Music
Be gone.
licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Position is. What I am thinking is queen g8. Transfer the queen or play g5. Looks quite slow. He's gonna play.
Music licensing reimagined.
Might not be bad. Might not be bad. We're playing some inspired chess today. Made it to 20. Hello, my friend from San Francisco. King F8 I could have played, my friend, but we wanted to play some inspired chess.
Artlist.io.
Yes, Leonard, that was worth waking up early for, my friend. Thank you very much. A big shout out to Chess with Leonard, a true supporter here. We really appreciate this. I remember maybe improving the night. Yeah. I'm a little bit tired, honestly, guys. It's quite early and I'm streaming for a bit. Yeah, I think you can't allow this night, yeah. Guess I'll play some f6, maybe e5. Then e the pawn with my king. I don't know about that, but we will see. What makes Magnus better than others? Well, he's better at every aspect. In everything, I mean. I don't know, it's a combination of many things. I don't know, he has a special brain. Something like that.
Music licensing reimagined.
He works very hard as well. Don't let that guy fool you. A lot of people like to act like they're just resting, relaxing, not doing anything. But Magnus, he definitely does do a lot of work. That's a good point. That's a quite good point, actually.
Artlist.io.
Bishop is not looking too good. I mean, Mr. Chess with Leonard, I mean, that would be nice of you, but I don't want to, I know you have your own obligations and things going on. I don't want to put in a big obligation with you, my friend. I know that, you have your business, you're probably working and you have your own time to study chess. So I don't want to really give you such big obligation like that, my friend. I mean, it's very nice of you, but generally, I wouldn't like to give you a big obligation like that. Yeah, mental strength is very tough. Chess is a very mentally straining game. I can tell you that for sure. A lot of people, look, Bobby Fischer literally lost his mind. He literally went crazy. I mean, literally. So, you need a certain level of mental strength to play chess. Can't play e5, you're just gonna play queen f5 check. Yeah, position's not looking good. Shit ain't looking well. e5, queen f5. Knight is also misplaced. This move is definitely a suicidal move, but we could try it. Definitely, I think he
Licensing
at
reimagined.
least some 96. That's a very interesting quote. You're 1600 FIDE, can I suggest some books? Well, look, my friend, my last YouTube video was all about that. E5, maybe just sacrifice. Phew. We played too ambitious, guys. We played too ambitious this game. Rook e5, f e5, queen f7. You see it? It's queen e now. Never mind. If it's gonna be mate, let it be mate. Let it be mate.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, this game here was a masterclass on how not to place your pieces. So yes, my friend, Mr. Kaushik Chess Lab, my last video I did a video on my YouTube channel where I became an international master in less than 5 years, coming from a small island of Trinidad and Tobago, now being the #1 rated player from the Caribbean. So I detailed very well how I got there, and I put exactly what books I did. I recommend you, for example, John Helston, Mastering Endgame Strategy, The Art of Combination by Maxime Bloch. Even his combinative chess, I recommend.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, Mr. Leonard, you need to study after the stream. It looks like he has made f takes, queen f7, check, check, d7. Yes, that actually is mate. It's not dying too good.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, I don't think we can't really stop that. Yeah, Rook e7 is coming.
Music licensing reimagined.
I would like to tell you, my friend, just let me see if I could get out of this checkmate. Maybe, I guess I said his time is low.
Artlist.io.
Is this still mate? F takes queen f7. King c8. Nah, c8 is definitely mate.
Music licensing reimagined.
Ooh, I completely missed that.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, this makes a queen. And I could try to flag him, but no. Blew some sportsmanship here. That wasn't the best game. I guess it does. It looks like it stands for that in this game, Mr. Leonard. I will tell you, books. Let me just check this quickly. I just should castle here. Yeah, this resource was quite strong with this queen g4. Okay, king d7 was definitely too ambitious. We played too ambitious here, guys. Yeah, this was...
Artlist.io.
Yeah, the guy played quite well. He played a 96. 0.1% accuracy, but we played awful. We played awful. All right. So let's see you here. Slowly coming to the end. Some guy had some questions. 22 likes. Oh, 25 would be amazing, Mr. Leonard. So Mr. Andrew Nicholas, he asked, what was the name of the new book you got recently? And it's one that you'd recommend. If not, well, I got this book I got recently. There's 2 books in the series. It's volume 1 and volume 2. This volume 1 here is Anatoly Karpov. Is the making of a champion by Tibor Karioli. Now, the author didn't do anything too special in terms of his annotations or anything. However, I like the book because it has a collection of Karpov's best strategic wins from his different years when he was growing up in chronological order. There's a lot to be learned there. I think it's an amazing book there, especially if you struggle with positional play. You're more of an attacking player and you want to learn more of the positional play. You can look at that book as well. There's volume 2 as well. There's volume 1 and 2. I got both volumes. That's very good. Now this book here, I'm doing this on my own, but I wouldn't recommend this to you guys. Honestly, it's quite a hard book. I wouldn't recommend this to people if you're above 2100 FIDE. This book here could get a little bit difficult. I like chess books, guys. Very, very quite clear to see. Really, I truly love reading a good chess book and working. I think that's how the real improvement is in chess. You know, you find a good book, you sit down at the board, you go through it, you hit your brain with these puzzles and literally try to improve like that. That's how chess improvement, is. Put yourself under pressure and so on. I'll type it in chat. The book I recently got. Now, guys, they had if you want to see, guys, by the way, if you're looking for a tournament to play in, I'm going to be playing here in the Salento International Chess Open, May 23rd to 29th. I'm going to be playing here. So if any of you guys are there and you want a tournament to play it on the beach, perfect atmosphere, good prizes in Italy, in Gallipoli, I'll be playing at the Salento Chess Open 2026, May 23rd to 29th. Information about that is in the stream description. If you want to sign up, you can play there. I'll be playing in, of course, the master section. So, Mr. Leonard, did you hear from the organizer? Did you ever talk with him or anything? I remember in the stream I had with that guy, you said you would email him. Did you all ever talk anything here, there? Follow up? I was so interested to see how that went. So, guys, if anyone's new here, I'm International Master Alan Safar Ramoutar, #1 player from the Caribbean here. And this is the premier destination on YouTube, Caribbean Chess, bringing you guys real instructive content here, from the best book recommendations to improve lessons on improvement, positional play, tactics, calculation, strategy, planning, even endgame, and of course opening. You have it all right here in one channel. No need to go anywhere else. We go live games, live analysis, taking you through the thought process, the decision making of a seasoned international master here. We want you guys to get to that next level. A lot of viewers say Mr. Leonard said he's already improving. He's taking some recommendations, reading some books. The guy is going to become the next master. That's very good there. So does anyone have any question? All right. Okay, no problem. All right, guys. So you all... Oh, Mr. Leonard, so are you planning to come? Are you planning to come to the tournament, or you don't plan to come? That'll be fun. But alright, guys, so do you all have any more questions for me? Because we come to the end of the stream here. Got a little bit more than 2 hours. It's early by me. Need to get some rest. Start my day, as I have other obligations. Hello, my friend, Mr. Praka. Welcome. If you're coming new here, be sure to subscribe, like the video. And we keep on growing this channel. We're pushing it here as a certified international master here. You're getting the best tips here out there on YouTube here. Yes, I am, my friend. I am. I am in less than 5 years. I had my last YouTube video with blog almost 13,000 views. I detail exactly how I got there to the I am title. Yes, my friend, we streamed. We had a stream for like 2 hours. So you came a little bit late, Mr. Praka. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were streaming for 2 hours. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew Nicholas. So guys, remember, after the stream, we have like a lot of content on YouTube. There are a lot of instructive videos there. So I'm not kidding you, man. You can check out the video on YouTube. Our last video, we talked about that. In 2015, I started out, I learned exactly how the pieces move. And then in 2016, I got my first FIDE elo of 1400. And then before 2020 came, I was already an international master. Yeah, guys, we had a lot of interactions. I'm very happy to see that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Aki Plays Chess. Thank you, I learned a lot. Also good to have a fellow streamer here. Very good. So anyone that's coming new, be sure to like, subscribe. And yes, my friend, I didn't even know how to move the pieces in the first year. In 2015, I learned how the pieces move in late 2015. I got my first FIDE rating in 2016. And before 2020 came, I already was an international master added to my name, even though I won it in 2019 in December. So guys, thank you for all the support. You know, every like, subscribe. We need to get that watch time up because we want to get monetized on YouTube here, because I'm trying to do this as a full-time job. Maybe let's get one more like before 25 days. Watch the video, my friend. Watch the video, my friend. You can watch the video, my friend. Watch the video. So, thank you for all the support, for all the effort here. I see we have a lot of regular viewers. I really like that. We have like a community here. True people here. Kind of good community here. Looks like some well-educated guests. All right, if you're 1400 there, I would focus not too much on opponents. I would focus on learning all these tactical ideas and patterns. So I would learn these basic end games and tactics. So I would definitely drill some tactics, work on my visualization, calculation, and some end games. I would definitely put that up there. So alright guys, I hope that was helpful. The stream was helpful for you. I hope everybody took away something, learned something, feeling motivated to study some more chess, to go out there, to start beating them in the tournaments, or read those books, to put in the hard work. I know we have a community here, guys, so if you're struggling, if you need some tips and motivation, we're here. Thank you, Mr. Brian Levitt. We see you on you. Seem like an educated viewer here. I hope to see you around again on YouTube. We have a lot of educated to join the community. Just subscribe, hit the notification button, and we quite regularly stream and put out some videos. So that's all you need to do. You subscribe and you hit the notification button and part of the community. That's what we mean. So alright guys, thank you very much for the stream. It's been a long stream. I woke up in where I am streaming at from. It was 8 a.m. in the morning and we started the stream then. Now it's like 10:17. So thank you guys. That's it for today. Thank you very much to all the regular viewers, all the new viewers. Thank you very much, Mr. Brian Levy. I definitely will enjoy it here. The weather was a bit cold in the last days, but now it seems a little bit better. So that's good. So alright guys. See you.